the cobblestones crack in the cold, a child with a hunger no fire could hold. Remy with nothing but pleading hands, begging for mercy in a merciless land. Mother lay fading, breath in his thread. Bring back some bread, were the last words she said. But coins never fell for a soul like his, just silence and shadows and emptiness. Oh, the world turns hard when you're left to rot, and a desperate man becomes what he's not. Greed is a whisper that turns to a scream, a hunger that feasts on the bones of your dreams. Avarice crowns you, then digs you a grave. Chains made of gold still bind you a slave. Remy, oh Remy, what did you trade? A soul for a throne in the gutters you made, for the crown of a king or the crown of a rat? Tell me, my friend, what's the difference in that? Midlife came heavy with nothing to show, just scars and the weight of a life lived low, till devils in coats by a shopkeeper's door said, we can give you a little bit more. A cane carved in secrets, a ring cold and sly, a promise of power that money could buy. Command what crawls, command what hides. The city is yours through 1,000 small eyes. He slipped on the ring, felt the darkness sing, and the gutters bowed to their newborn king. Greed is a whisper that turns to a scream, a hunger that feasts on the bones of your dreams. Avarice crowns you, then digs you a grave. Chains made of gold still bind you a slave. Remy, oh Remy, what did you build? An empire of teeth and a hunger unfilled. For the higher you climb on a ladder like that, the closer you are to becoming a rat. Tiny black armies with glittering eyes, pickpocket kings under the alleyway skies. Coins in his pockets, scraps at his feet, a monarch enthroned in the filth of the street. But gold breeds a sickness that never will sleep. It burrows and festers and roots itself deep. So Remy went climbing through shadows and sin, where crime wears a smile and lets monsters in. Dice on the table, cards in his hand, fortune's a liar you'll never command. Rats in the rafters, slipping the play, cheating the night just to lose it by day. Death like a noose, tightening slow. How far he wondered is too far to go. A knock at the door like the toll of a bell. A voice from the dark said, your debts you must quell. No coin left to pay, no favor to plead, just a lifetime spent feeding his greed. They took what was left, what gold couldn't hide. No rats came running, no shadows to guide. And Remy lay still where his kingdom had been, a king without breath, a slave to his sin. Greed is a whisper that turns to a scream, a hunger that shatters the soul at the seam. Avarice promises all you can crave, then buries your name where no one can save. Remy, oh Remy, what did you gain? A lifetime of glitter that ended in pain. For the crown that you wore and the throne that you sat were nothing but lies in the shape of a rat. But devils remember the deals that you make, and death isn't always the end that you take. The ring twisted bone into fur, into teeth, a mockery crawling where once walked a thief. Back back in the gutters. He once ruled as king, now just another forgotten small thing. He scurried through filth where the memories sting, a slave to the curse of a glittering ring. No gold in the gutter, no throne in the grime, just echoes of hunger and wasted time. Till fate drifted softly through Juden's gray, a girl with a spark that refused to decay. She lifted his form from the muck and the rain, and called him back out of his sorrow and pain. Rise now, she whispered, your story's not done. Serve me and maybe your soul may outrun. And Remy, once broken by all he'd pursued, found meaning at last in something more true. In a warm little kitchen where firelight glowed, Evangeline stirred pots while the cold stayed out on the road. With hands that could conjure a feast from the air, she filled every silence with comfort and care. The cupboard stayed heavy, no hunger to mock. It's hard to feel empty when shelves are all stocked. She fed more than flesh, she quieted need, and love dulled the edges of old aching greed. Greed is a fire that eats you alive, but something more human can help you survive. Avarice takes till there's nothing to save, but purpose can pull even ghosts from the grave. Remy, oh Remy, your tale's not just lost, for even the damned can still carry a cross. For where gold once ruled and left nothing behind, love quenched all sin in a sinner's mind. From a crown made of gold to a life built from that, even kings can return from the curse of a rat.